Dear students, today we are going to discuss about India's neighbor and its size from chapter number 1, India location. In our previous class, we discussed about the location of our country and we came to know that India is located in the northern hemisphere in the continent of Asia. Okay, and it lies in between 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north latitude and 68 degree 7 minute east till 97 degree 25 minute east longitude. Okay, this is the latitudinal and the longitudinal extension of our country India. And if we take into consideration the island groups of our country, that is the Andaman and the Nicobar island group in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep island group in the Arabian Sea, okay, then the latitudinal location of India is changed. Okay, in that case the latitudinal extension of India becomes 6 degree 4 minute north. Instead of 8 degree 4 minute north, it becomes 6 degree 4 minute north, and the rest it remains the same. Okay. We also came to know that the length of India, okay, from the east to the west and from the north to the south, as well as we came to know about the standard meridian, okay, and why 82 degree 30 minute east has been selected as the standard meridian of our country India. So today we are going to focus on the neighboring countries of India and the size of our country India. So India is one of the largest country in the world, both in terms of population as well as in terms of its size. In terms of population, India holds the second position. In terms of population, India holds the second position. Okay, India is the second largest country in the world in terms of population, and it occupies, okay, it has a total area of India has a total 16% of the world's total population. Means of the world's total population, India has 16% of the world's total population, and the total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. The total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer, and this 3.28 million square kilometer area is equivalent to 2.45% of the total geographical area of the world. Okay. So our country India is one of the largest country in the world in terms of its size as well as in terms of its population. Okay, in terms of population size. Okay. So our country India, okay, it has a great physical variation from the north to the south and from the east to the west. Like from the north to the south, we are having the mountains, the plains, the plateaus. Okay, from the west to the east, we are having the deserts, the plains, and also. Okay, so as well as we are bounded. Okay, we are surrounded by many neighboring countries. So the size of India, having a large size, okay, that is 3.28 million square kilometer area, has endowed her with great physical diversity. So because as we are having a very large area, our country India has a great physical diversity. Okay, that means within our country India, we can find there is a variation in its physical features. Like we are having the mountains, we are having the plains, the islands, the deserts, the plateaus, and all. Okay. So the presence of the lofty mountains in the north, our country India is mainly bounded by the Himalayas, okay, in the north. We are also having some of the largest rivers, okay, such as the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, the Mahanadi, the Krishna, the Godavari, and the Kaveri. Okay, and a larger part of our country is green forest state. Okay, we find a large area under the forest, okay, basically in the northeast part of our country and in the southern part of our country, as well as we are also having, okay, the deserts in our country, basically in the northwestern part of our country, that is in the state of Rajasthan. So this vast sandy expanse or the desert is also known as Marusthan. Okay. So bounded by the Himalayas in the north, the Hindu Kush and the Sulaiman ranges in the northwest, the Purvanchal hills in the northeast, and by the large expanse of the Indian Ocean in the south, it forms a great geographic entity known as the Indian subcontinent. So you can see, if you see the map of India, you will see that within our country India, we are having different physical features. We are having many number of rivers. Even there is a variation of climate within our country India. Okay, like from the north to the south, there is a variation in the climatic conditions. So because of having a such large size, okay, large area and different types of physical features, climatic variations, India along with its neighboring countries, okay, India along with its neighboring countries is considered as the subcontinent. So we are a part of the continent of Asia, okay, and India along with its neighboring countries is considered as a subcontinent. So which countries together form the Indian subcontinent actually? The countries which together forms the Indian subcontinent are India along with Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh. Okay, so these five countries they form the Indian subcontinent. So India along with Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan and Bangladesh, they form a very large geographical entity. Okay, they form a very large geographical area. Okay, and there's a huge variation in its physical features. There's a variation in the climatic conditions. Okay, there is a variation in the social and the cultural setup. So because of which, okay, these countries along with India are known as the Indian subcontinent. The Himalayas, together with the other ranges, they have acted as a formidable physical barrier in the past. So the Himalayas, which lies in the northern part of our country, it acts like a physical barrier. It acts like a physical border. Okay, because it has protected our country from the foreign aggression, from the foreign invasion, as well as it protects our country from the cold wave, okay, of the Central Asia actually. Means the cold wind which prevails on the other side of the Himalayas, it cannot enter our country India because of the Himalayas. Okay, so because of which we the people living in India have a very favorable climatic conditions. Even there are few passes, okay, there are few passes present in this Himalayas, okay, which has helped in easy passage, okay, which has helped in easy passage of people from our country to the other countries, such as the Khyber Pass, the Bolan Pass, the Sipkila Pass and the Nathula Pass, the Bomdila Pass, etc. Okay, so these passes has helped in the easy passage of the human beings from this part of the Himalayas to the other part, okay, from one country to another. Because in the earlier days, okay, when the oceanic routes and the air routes were not discovered, at that time people used to travel through these mountain passes. Okay, people used to travel through these mountain passes. And I think you all have heard about the Silk Route. Okay, so the Silk Route is one of the ancient trading route of the world. Okay, most of the traders they used to carry out the trade among different countries through this Silk Route. And even India was a country which which was a part of the Silk Route actually. Okay, so these passes such as the Khyber Pass, the Bolan Pass, the Sipkila, the Nathula and the Bomdila Pass, okay, they has all helped, okay, they has helped in this you can say the passage of the people, okay, from one country to another. It has contributed towards the evolving of a unique regional identity of the Indian subcontinent, and it has contributed, okay, it has contributed in evolving India and its neighboring countries, okay, to be considered as a subcontinent. The peninsular part of India extends towards the Indian Ocean, and basically the peninsular part of India, the peninsular plateau region, okay, it is basically a triangle shaped landmass. Okay, it becomes taper towards the Indian Ocean. It becomes taper and it protrudes into the Indian Ocean. Okay, so the peninsular plateau region, okay, which is a triangular shaped landmass, it becomes taper and it protrudes into the Indian Ocean. That means it enters into the Indian Ocean, and the Indian Ocean has got bifurcated into two large water body, which are the Bay of Bengal in the east and the Arabian Sea on the west. Okay, so this has provided our country India with a coastline of 6,100 km in the mainland. So if you take into consideration the coastline in the mainland, it is 6,100 km. And if we take into consideration the Andaman and the Nicobar Island and the Lakshadweep Island, okay, then the total coastline of our country is 7,517 km. So India is a country which has such a long coastline on the Indian Ocean, and just because of having such a long coastline in the Indian Ocean and having a very strategic position in the Indian Ocean, the name of the ocean has been given after our country, India. Okay. So thus India as a country is a physically diverse land providing occurrence of varied resources. Okay. So you can see here that India is a country with diverse physical features. Okay. With diverse physical features. Okay. And where we can find the presence of diverse varied resources, varied natural resources, varied social social setup, varied economic setup and all. Okay, so which justifies, okay, this diverse nature of our country, it justifies, it justifies that India is a subcontinent. Okay, India along its country is a subcontinent actually. Okay, so the total area of our country is 3.28 million square kilometer. Okay, and we are having many countries as our neighbors, such as we are having Bangladesh as our neighbor. Okay, in the eastern part we are having Myanmar as our neighbor, we are having Tibet as our neighbor, we are having China, we are having Bhutan as our neighbor, we are having Nepal as our neighbor. Okay, Tibet is actually occupied by China. Okay, so we consider China as our neighbor. Okay, we are also like having Afghanistan as our neighbor in the northern part, and Pakistan as our neighbor in the north and the northwestern part. Okay, even we are having neighbors in the Indian Ocean like the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an island neighboring country. We are having Maldives. Maldives is also a very small island neighboring country which lies in the Indian Ocean. Okay, so these are the different countries. Okay, these are the different neighboring countries of India. So India is located in the south central part of the continent of Asia, bordering the Indian Ocean and its two arms, extending in the form of Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. So India is located in the south central part of the continent of Asia, bordering the Indian Ocean and its two arms, extending in the form of the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. So our country, India, is located in the southern central part of Asia. Okay, and we are connected to the Indian Ocean, where the Indian Ocean has been divided into two large water bodies, that is the Bay of Bengal in the east and the Arabian Sea on the west. Okay. The maritime location of the peninsular India has provided links to its neighboring regions through the sea and the air routes. Now you may have a question, what does the term maritime location means? Maritime location means you can say the location of our country in the ocean. Okay, so because our country India, okay, it has a very strategic location on the Indian Ocean. Okay, basically the peninsular part of our country, it has a very strategic position in the Indian Ocean, through which we are connected to the different European and the African countries through the oceanic routes. Okay, not only through the oceanic routes but through the air routes also we are connected to many other countries of the world. Like from India we can reach many European nations, African nations, okay, many other nations of the world through the oceanic routes as well as through the sea routes. So which has helped India to establish relationship with different countries of the world. On the other hand, Sri Lanka and Maldives are the two island neighboring countries located in the Indian Ocean, which are our neighbors. Okay, and Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Strait. So Sri Lanka is country, it is an island neighboring country. Sri Lanka is what? Sri Lanka is basically an island. Okay, it is an island, but it is a country. So Sri Lanka is an island neighboring country, okay, which is located very close to India. But it is separated from India by two water bodies, narrow channel of water bodies, which is the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Strait. Okay, so the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Strait are the two water bodies which separate India, okay, which separate Sri Lanka from India. As well as we are having Maldives, okay, which is another important neighboring country. It is located towards the south of, okay, it is located towards the south of the Lakshadweep island group. Okay, so with a total area of 3.28 million square kilometer, okay, which is equivalent to 2.45% of the total geographical area of the world, India ranks 7th. Okay, India holds the 7th position in the world. Okay, India holds the 7th position in the world in terms of size. So the largest country is Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world. Okay, then Canada, then USA, okay, then China, Okay, then Brazil, Australia and India. So the largest country in the world is Russia, the second largest country is Canada, the third largest country is USA, the fourth largest country is China, the fifth largest country is Brazil, the sixth largest country is Australia, and the seventh largest country in the world is India. Okay, so this is what about the size of our country India. Okay, so India as a country is a very important country in the world. Okay, because it has a very large size, it has a very huge population, as well as, okay, it has played a very important role in making the world history. Okay, it occupies a very strategic position in the uh, it holds a very strategic position in the Indian Ocean. Okay, so this is why, okay, we like this chapter, okay, India location is very much important, because this chapter it provided us the basic information about our country India, okay, which will help us to study about the subsequent chapters, which will help us to study about the next chapters, that is the physical features of India, that is the structure in the physical okay, structure in the physiography of India. Okay, this chapter will also help us to study about the drainage chapter, the climate chapter, okay, of from this book actually. Okay, because this first chapter is related with the other chapters of this book.